Good morning, all the Indians. So, do we know what day is today? Of course, it's Children's Day. And do we know why do we celebrate it? Actually, it was the birthday of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and because he was very fond of children, it was his wish that his birthday should be celebrated as Children's Day, and that is the reason we celebrate his birthday as Children's Day. And do we know importance of this Children's Day? Of course we do. So today I'm not going to tell you the things that you may already know. Instead, I'm going to tell you some things that you might don't know. The things I'm going to talk about today are some problems, how to resolve them, and obligations and responsibilities held with children. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What responsibilities and obligations would children have? And why this day? We all have heard this quote, children of today are the future of our nation. According to this, the children of today, the present day, are the future, are the next coming generation of a country. So there is no best day other than Children's Day to remember our obligations and responsibilities. You know, according to Gandhiji, we have got independence, but we are not independent yet. Once he said a quote. The quote goes like this: the men, the people of my country will be truly free when they will be free from the bondage of poverty. According to him, if an Indian is not free from the bondage of poverty, he is not independent yet. So, poverty is one of the greatest problem in our India. So, how to overcome this? One way can be through self-education. Self-education in what manners? Self-education in the manners of finance, morals, self-discipline, and high-value skills. Now, we know how to achieve this thing. We know in what fields we got to self-educate ourselves. But how do we do this? What are the ways to which we can achieve these self-education? One way, and the best way, can be through reading books. You know, there's a quote which goes like this: every reader is a leader. What it says? Every reader is a leader. This was said by Harry S. Truman, the 33rd President of United States of America. And this quote is very true. We all know that Jawaharlal Nehru was also a reader, and eventually he was also a great reader. So, what would be the impact of self-educating ourselves by books? So, by self-educating by books, we would acquire the right conscience, the ability to think the right and wrong. And learning morals and self-discipline would benefit to develop our character. And learning high-value skills would generate more wealth. So, if every Indian does this, he would have high morals, high character, and high value skills, which would generate him more wealth. And if every Indian does this, then just imagine every Indian would be free, every Indian would be rich. And if we go back to the quotation of Gandhiji, then every Indian is free from the bondage of poverty, which eventually means India is finally independent. It has already gained, it would have gained its independence. But making India strong economically, morally, and mentally. Okay, we have made India strong economically, mentally, and morally. Now, is our obligation fulfilled? Not yet. The obligation of an Indian would not suffice, it would not fulfill until an Indian doesn't take steps, doesn't think about his nation and take steps to develop his nation. In economics, we learn a quote, a line, a sentence, which goes like this: mentally and physically disabled people are burden for our country. But according to philosophers and many authors, the person or a citizen of a country who does not think about his nation and doesn't take steps to develop his nation is also a burden for his nation. So, this was realized by Jawaharlal Nehru. He was an educated person, he was also a reader, and when he realized his obligation towards his country, he pursued it by the way of politics. He entered the politics and developed nation and fulfilled his obligation. Now, as being the fourth and fifth generation of independent India, it's our responsibility now to enter into politics and fulfill our obligation as an educated person. So, we must not forget, we are the future of India. We are the future of whole Asia. We are the future of this world, and we are the future of this humanity. This is our responsibility. This is what Jawaharlal Nehru already knew. That he already knew that children of today are future of our nation. That is why he told us to celebrate his birthday as Children's Day. So this was all about today's this Children's Day. I hope it would be very useful to you. And on a note, this is Pranav Tukanawar, who always loves your face and who will see you with something new in the next event.